Alright, welcome to Mamoli Lexington Part 6. I am Rich, this is my show, RMX Models, and the last time, Part 5, I got this deck done. As you can see though, I now have some rail bits, and second layers of planking. Done, sanded down, and looking just about ready to really take off with stuff. Yay! Something just break. Okay, no, it was a trick of the light. Good. So, yeah. And also, I'm doing things a little differently. I figured, been thinking about it for a while, all these long time-lapsey sections where I'm doing something kind of tedious and just talking about it in editing probably sounds a bit tedious to watch. So I figured, let's save all of us some time and make those segments shorter, and shorter, and I just give you a sort of summary of what I did. Unless I find something really interesting, then I, go in normal speed and film that in depth. So that's what I'm going to do today. So if you like that, change, comment. If you don't like that, change, comment. And what's the other YouTube rigmarole? I'll give it to you now. Like, share, subscribe, hooray! Alright, let's get to it. Can't even memorize the YouTube dance today. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I am putting in little sections of the deck that go in the cannon holes, making them out of the deck planks and just putting them in so everything's kind of leveled off. That's what the instructions sort of have you do. And after I get those nice and level, then you'll see me moving on to the second layer of planking, which, yeah. I know, I talk about trying to make this go faster, yet here I am, droning on. Good news is I'm moving about 50 times speed in this, so you're actually going to get done with this clip right about now. Alright. So as we can see, maybe you can't quite from that view, all these guys have now had their little bits of deck planking put in to help match those heights up. Kind of fill in the big gaps left by now, ran around with some other things. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this along with the scalpel just to smooth it out, and then comes this part. Planking 2.0. Well, I might as well get started then, hadn't I? This thing isn't going to plank itself. Or will it? Hey, no. Nope. It will not plank itself. Maybe it can go F itself. No. Yeah, so this little bit you see with the scalpel was just me smoothing over those deck bits in the cannon ports. And then I tried to use super glue for this planking at first just to see could I get it to work. And it looked like it had promise until it didn't. So then I just took the wood glue, pinned it in like normal, and I continue this way for the first 3 on each side. And then I found a method for tapering these bits down, or kind of pre-measuring it, that I really liked on another video someone else did. And unfortunately I can't remember the month, otherwise I'd have put it up. And so yeah, I end up using their method, kind of, well, a version of it that I made up, based on their method. In order to get some pre-taper going on, and yeah, then I do a lot of these until I come across a very wonderful discovery that I hope you'll allow me to share with you. So that said, let's get to the part where we get to the tapering. Alright, so browsing other vids on YouTube, other people making models as I do, to see if there ain't a technique I can learn. Because, no matter how good you think you are, you can always learn a little something. Is this, good, okay. So I found a guy that was also doing a boat, and he had a really good idea of pre-measuring these boards here. And I figured that sounds like a marvelous idea. And so I do just that. I put out some lengths of the masking tape over some of the internal framing areas, because I can tell, because that's where all the pins are. And then I cut them to length and tape them together. And then I use the calipers, do a little bit of math, And I just kind of figure things out a little bit to try to see just, what kind of taper there is. And then after that, I use this as a guide to just taper with a direct cut and just finish with sanding for all the rest of these wood bits. And it worked really good. It's not perfect, but it worked really well, so I'm very happy with it. Maybe for the next time I'll get a little better at it, and things will be even more perfect.
All right. So, as I make a mistake and spill some here. So, by happy accident, long after I really needed this info, I finally found out how to get rid of those bloody annoying nail prints in this thing. So, it involves not putting the little pins into the little wood planks. So, except for like the first layers of the, under the, what is it? Oh yeah, the first set of planking. I could have, if I had a brain, thought about things just a little bit more. And I'm sure the first people that did this probably didn't think of this for a bit. And there's probably a good reason why the... Alright, so as I was saying before the camera interrupted us with low battery, yeah, I think I found a way to put on the planks without having the pins show in the final product. The pin, little pinholes when you secure the planks in place with pins. What you do is this. First, I'm putting in some shims just to try to even out some bits here. Do a little shimmy bit first. You go there. Okay, that looks about right. Now for the fun bit. First, here we are. Alright, but come on, get in there. Take a pin. Lock this guy into place. So I'm not going to pin through. I'm going to pin into this keel here. And pray that this thing gets firm into the keel and not into my finger. Yay! Thank you. Oh, pin's not jabbing into my fingers again. Gods, I pay homage. And now I'm just going to put these not into this new plank, but into the old plank behind it. That way, I'm still securing this in position, but I'm poking into something where I don't really need to worry about the resulting pin mark because it's hidden behind the planks.
I mean, here I just poke into the rest of the wood, going along and holding that piece down. That's it. That's this time-lapse section here. Hope you enjoyed. Really short, huh?
Alright, so, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up. Let's actually do this a little bit better. I'll get behind the camera, then we can actually see what it does pick up. Come on. There we go. Alright, so, as you can see, pretty well fully covered. Still got a lot of sanding and smoothing out to do, but overall, I'd say it went better this time around. And, as I believe I mentioned, I finally learned, a bit late, how to put these on without having the pin marks I hate so much. So that's good. Now I just gotta wait for this thing to dry up a bit, and then I'm gonna sand it down so it's nice and smooth. And after that, we shall see. We'll see.
Oh my god, how much coffee did I drink? Nope, just sped it up 50 times in the camera. So, yep, I just sanded it down by hand, added glue where needed if anything came up and needed to be resecured. And that's about it, just doing it all over with sandpaper, and it looks starting to look like a boat now.
Okay, so you're probably all wondering what this is. So, this, some of the instructions said to create a little top bit. You can see it like a little railing there with 4 of the little thin 1 by 1 millimeter square bits, which I have here. This is my little 1 by 1 millimeter thing. I'm hoping it works. But it'll not, yeah, well, it's made of the 1mm by 1mm things. And it makes a 4mm wide bit. So, how to make them follow a curve? I drew a line with a pencil along this when I laid it on here. And I followed it, and then I just used that as a guide for where this goes. So hopefully that turns out good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and see if I can't put some glue in some places to lock this down. Alright, just to end the time-lapse bits of this video. So here's the same kind of process again after I, did the line. And then you may even see me after putting the things in, putting in a bit of glue, and, well, yep, there we go. And that's the whole process done in like less than 20 seconds. Hope you enjoy it. Alright, and that, as I break a little piece of this off and need to glue it, is how we get from just a first layer of planking hull and a deck to a ship that is not only planked, but also we discover how to do this the next time without all these pin marks. Well, as I've said, I've lost the little lifeboat that comes with this, so I'll probably have plenty of good chance to practice that skill on said lifeboat, so that'll be nice. I'm not sure when I add the lifeboat in the instructions, but hey, they're right over there, and there's some on top of that over there. So, guess this is the part where I say goodbye for now, and I am Rich, this is my show, I'm Max Models, this has been Mamoli Lexington Part 6. I hope you enjoyed, please tell me if you did, and tell me if you didn't. And, alright, have a good one. Peace out.